In a world where GTA 6 just got punted to 2026, something wild is happening. There's a game most people aren't even paying attention to that might actually snatch Game of the Year right out from under everyone. Sounds crazy, right? But here's the part no one's talking about. This might be the most important release of the entire year. It's not a sequel, it's not a part of a mega franchise, and it's not even the game this studio became famous for. But what it is, it's built different. And the second you see who's behind it, you'll understand why it's got a real shot at greatness. Let's rewind to 2018. A crew of seasoned industry killers, the minds behind Battlefield's golden years, walked straight out of DICE and slammed the door on EA. At the front, Patrick Soderlund, former EA Chief Design Officer, Battlefield's original architect. He launches Embark Studios in Stockholm with a vision: rebuild game development from scratch, smarter, faster, cooler. This wasn't just a studio, it was a rebellion. Embark's game new plan? Unreal Engine wizardry, AI assisted workflows, real-time photogrammetry, sharp enough to make your screen sweat, and they weren't doing this alone. With Nexon backing them from day one, Embark had both the tech and the cash to build without limits. So much so that Nexon eventually locked in a majority stake, valuing the studio at $300 million. The team grew from 80 devs in 2018 to over 250 by 2025. But here's the twist. The Finals, the game that put them on the global radar, wasn't even their first idea. It was none other the Ark Raiders. And now it's back with one goal: take the crown. Ark Raiders first showed face in December 2021, and it did not come to play. It hit the Game Awards with a cinematic trailer that was all vibes and all mystery. Moody sci-fi atmosphere, retro future aesthetic, squad-based combat against towering mechanical nightmares called Ark. Yeah, people noticed. Think Star Wars energy with a Destiny-style loadout. But then, radio silence. Months passed, and Ark Raiders disappeared into the void. No dev updates, no trailers, no devlogs. Then came the announcement. Ark Raiders was being pushed to 2023. But while Ark went dark, something else was bubbling under the surface. A secret second project called Project Discovery. That project turned into the Finals. And Embark made the call to release that first. Why? Simple. Better one banger than two flops. And honestly, they were right. The Finals dropped in 2023 and detonated on impact. It was a free-to-play, team-based FPS that fully leaned into chaos, with arenas that exploded, crumbled, and melted in real time. Exactly what people were begging for after the Battlefield 2042 destruction letdown. Steam beta, over 267,000 concurrent players. It outcharted both Apex Legends and Overwatch 2 in launch week. For Embark, this wasn't just a W, this was a game-changing flex. The Finals didn't just succeed, it blew past every expectation. Massive player count, financial momentum, critical praise. But here's where it gets really wild: the cosmetics. If you haven't seen how Embark handles skins, buckle up. These aren't just recolors, we're talking intricate micro-level customization, bundle flexibility, individual item unlocks, and premium cosmetics that don't feel like cash grabs. Creative, clean, and somehow still generous. Half the content feels like it should be premium, and yet it's baked right into the battle pass. That's why the player feedback is glowing. This dev team is pouring love into their game, and it shows. And all of that goodwill, that revenue, it's building Embark's war chest. In that war chest, it's fueling Ark Raiders. But there's more. The Finals didn't just fund Ark, it built it. The physics, the movement, systems, the netcode, all of it formed the foundation for Ark Raiders to level up. Some folks even speculate that the finals was a strategic play to bankroll Ark Raiders. Embark's never confirmed that, but let's be real, the numbers speak volumes. Financially, technically, the finals changed the game, and it handed Ark Raiders a serious upgrade. It also brought the spotlight. Millions of players now had Embark on their radar, and they were looking for the next move. Originally, Ark Raiders was pitched as a co-op PvE shooter. You, your crew, and a horde of brutal AI machines. Loot, defend, survive. But internal playtests shifted the tide. By mid-2023, Embark made a game-defining call. Ark Raiders would become a PvPvE extraction shooter. Think the Cycle Frontier, but with a slick retro future twist. Gone was a linear AI grind. Now, you're not just battling bots, you're in it against rival squads too. Everyone's chasing the same loot, same extraction point, same high-stakes risk. And yeah, that risk/reward, sky high now. But it also flips the game's DNA completely. Some fans weren't thrilled, and honestly, fair. A bunch of players were hoping for a chill, story-driven PvE shooter, not a high-stakes PvPvE extraction grind. But there's another twist. Even for those players, there's something else. When I played solo, I noticed they match you with other solo players. And with proximity chat, it's wild. You can strike up random alliances mid-match, make friends, team up, feels raw, immersive, like classic DayZ or Escape from Tarkov vibes. Sure, there's betrayal, people flip, but that's what makes it sing. It's true to Extraction, tense, unpredictable, story-rich without the script. And look, Embark knows what they're doing. This team is built from multiplayer veterans. They understand competitive pressure and how to craft tension. And it shows. Flash forward to August 2024 and Ark Raiders come storming back at Gamescom. New trailer, new gameplay, and a curveball. This game won't be free to play. Instead, Embark drops the hammer, $39.99 premium price tag. The reasoning? Quote, "We want to focus on fun and player choice, not squeezing microtransactions." Unquote. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be cosmetics. We already saw some unlockable packs during the tech test. And if they go as hard as skins as they did with the finals, in third person no less, it could be absolutely insane. That said, maybe cosmetics aren't the main focus this time. The test showed a different direction. 3 separate free battle passes. Yes, free. Think Helldivers 2 style, unlockables through gameplay, not your credit card, or your parents, or your girlfriend. And more importantly, no pay-to-win mechanics. You can buy an advantage, a problem that's crushed other extraction shooters, especially on PC and mobile. Arena Breakout, we're looking at you. Ark Raiders has been running quiet closed tests for years now, but it didn't explode until April 2025. Tech Test 2. This was the moment. Full crossplay, PC, PS5, Xbox Series XS, no NDA, content creators invited. Thousands dove in and the buzz was instant. Gunplay, heavy and tactile. Visuals, absolutely insane. This is Unreal Engine 5 actually delivering, not just looking pretty in dev blogs. And the sound design, unreal. Like, pause to listen levels of good, you know? Everyone I know that played this, myself included, walked away hooked. Even my crew's talking about withdrawals. The hype is real. That said, this was a tech test. Bugs popped, zip lines got weird, frame drops on console, and the bots, yeah, sometimes they acted like drunk Roombas. You know? But the potential, massive. Yeah, I saw a few people falling through the map, bodies glitching into walls, but let me be real. Even with that, this game felt more complete than half the fully launched titles I've played this year. Across 2 full days, 2 7-hour sessions, I didn't hit anything truly game-breaking. No endless crashes, no corrupted lobbies. And the only reason I stopped playing? I didn't want to spoil the magic before full release. I'm funky that way. That core loop, loot, shoot, extract, survive, it's locked in. You feel it every match. There's a reason everyone's chasing that extraction shooter high, but only a few games ever actually hit it. The truth is, only the hardcore Tarkov lovers ever really got to experience it properly. And Ark Raiders? Whoo-wee! It brings that intensity, but in a way that's actually accessible. Here's the thing though, extraction shooters have always been PC first territory. Tarkov never touched console. Vigor dropped, but stayed quiet. I've played it, decent, but it never blew up. Hunt Showdown landed late on console, more of a boss hunter than a true loot extractor. And DMZ started strong, I won't lie, I was into it, but it spiraled. Pay to win updates, stripped content, and eventually got straight up abandoned. My point? Console players have never had a true high budget extraction shooter built for them from day one. And I've been saying for years that the demand is massive, including myself. When Delta Force showed up, console players wanted in. Even now, people are still grinding DMZ, still dripping into Hazard Zone on Battlefield, because the format slaps. It's just never been ours. Until now. Ark Raiders is finally changing that. It's built for console, not ported. The controller support is already tight. It's live on console, it works, it feels good. PvE and PvP are both part of the DNA, not some bolt-on side mode. And just to confirm, I asked you guys over on Twitter what the console experience felt like. The response? Overwhelmingly positive. I played it on PS5, ran smooth, crashed a couple of times, but I'm literally fiending to get back in. Now sure, looting limitations will always exist on controller, but the way Ark Raiders simplifies looting, it closes that gap, makes it feel less clunky, way more manageable compared to the spreadsheet style complexity of Tarkov. Console players, this is our moment. This could be the game that finally pulls extraction shooters into the mainstream. And yeah, console is a huge part of that. I'm genuinely curious to see how this one lands once the masses get their hands on it. Because, let's be real, the competition is heating up. We've got Marathon, Exaborn, and Delta Force, all circling the space, all eyeing that console crown. Some might actually deliver, some will believe it when we see it. But even with all of that noise, Ark Raiders feels like a frontrunner, even as a third-person shooter, which I know isn't everyone's go-to, okay? Know that. Or shoot me. That said, people seem surprisingly cool with it, so what now? As of right now, no official launch date, just 2025, but the speculation is hot, for real. Embark recently scrubbed Ark Raiders beta files to throw off data miners. Except they left a breadcrumb trail, and one of those crumbs? A link to a mysterious timer. Countdown ends on June 6th. Could be a new release date, could be a big announcement, could be a troll, who knows? But if they pull a stealth drop, like they did with the finals in 2023 during the Game Awards, we might see a pattern forming. June's become the month of big moves, even without E3. Although I miss it. Studios are running their own shows now, and Embark might be lining up for something. From the ashes of DICE rises something bold. The Ark Raiders team took risks. They swapped genres, changed business models, pushed the deadlines, and it looks like it's all starting to pay off. The talent's there, the tech's dialed in, and the vibe is different in the best way possible. Retro future visuals, deep squad immersion, AAA production value. That alpha test felt less like a preview and more like a signal. Something special is on the horizon. Maybe, just maybe, this is finally the game console players can sink their teeth into and maybe even pull a few PC extraction diehards with them. Is it overhyped? Maybe. Did people take too much from a tech test? Possibly. What's the actual end game gonna look like? Mission tiers, gears, trees, content scaling? Is this a 50-hour grind or a live server's world we barely got a glimpse of? I've got questions, and I'll keep digging. But what about you? Let me know in the comments, is Ark Raiders living up to the hype, or are we setting ourselves up for another letdown? If you're feeling this video, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss another drop. Shame on you. And hey, don't stop now. Your next mission starts right here, if you so choose to accept it. Check out the videos on screen. Deep dives, hot takes, gameplay breakdowns, and full send reviews. They're waiting. Pick me, pick me. Pick a quest, hit play, let's level up. This is Alonso with Level Up Gaming, and I'll catch you in the next one.